I think, you know what I need genuinely? Because the whole past 2 months, it's just been infighting throughout the gang, right? Constant infighting. Oh, Patar this. Oh, Patar this. Oh, Patar this. Oh, Patar this. And I think the biggest
When
thing
do I
is,
go, oh, Patar?
no. I'm just talking about infighting within the gang. Matt, I said the gang, not you.
Okay.
The whole gang. And you're included in some of those parts of that when it comes to you pulling a gun on another gang member, you doing this, you doing that, you disrespecting people, this and that. So yes, there have been instances when those conversations revolved around you.
So many gangs
And
are deep
you know,
nowadays. Yeah, exactly,
I can't
bro.
lie. Now that I think of it, mass majority of them revolve around you.
Because people like to
um
blame me for everything.
I don't think it's blaming you about everything. It's about learning respect and respecting each other and making sure the boys have respect for you, because that's how, the gang should be. We should all have respect for each other. We shouldn't be belittling each other and being like, oh well, I'm gonna take the piss out of this person and make constant jokes that I know that is gonna upset Matt. But the thing is, you have the mindset of, I'm not gonna look like a pussy, so I'm not gonna make it a deal or communicate or actually talk about it when something actually bothers me. So that doesn't help the circle.
The thing is, though, that you've contradicted yourself.
Hmm.
You say all I've had is people coming to me and it's constant for 2 months, and then you
Oh
say
no, because I thought about
you're
it
the
more. But there's
problem.
other.
You're the problem. You're not coming to me. It's like I don't know.
No. I didn't say you're the problem. You're not coming to me. You're putting words into my mouth.
That's how it came
I'm
across to me.
saying no. I'm saying you don't like to talk to other people about your problems because you have that mindset of, I don't want to look weak. It's not talking to me
It's
about it.
not. It's
It's not
that.
me you have those
That's not
problems
the
with.
mindset with it within the gang. My mindset is I'd much rather if someone has a problem come speak to me.
Hmm.
You know, and that's exactly what I'm doing with Terry as well. If you have a problem, come speak to me. I'd much rather someone come speak to me than complain to
Can
you.
you say
I get
he
an earful
disrespected
from
you?
you, and then I get a forced conversation with them, which they could have just had with me in the first place. Do you understand that? I can't hear you, by the way.
But have you not had problems with the other boys
Yeah,
or issues?
yeah.
Have you went and spoken with them?
No, because I didn't feel like I needed to complain.
See, that's the thing. You view it as complaining, where you're expecting the same thing from other people when you won't give it to them yourself when
No, but the
you're
difference
going
is
through the
I
same
don't
shit.
go to you.
No, I don't come to me. Go to them about it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. My point is, if I have an issue with someone, yeah, I will go speak to them if I
You
really
just
feel
said you
that
don't do
passionate.
that
No,
though.
if I really feel that passionate about it, yeah, I would never go to you before I go to them.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the what I'm saying is all the boys, if they have an issue, yeah, they go straight to you, give you an earful, then you give me an earful, and then you tell me to go have a conversation, which they could approach me in the first place.
But that's because they also follow hierarchy.
There doesn't always need to be hierarchy. Just come chat with to me.
But it
Like,
doesn't. But if they don't think they can have a conversation with you, where they think it's not gonna go anywhere, they follow hierarchy and go through that so that
see,
they
that's my
can.
point, though.
Mm,
They're assuming before they've had the conversation. Have a conversation and then go hierarchy when it hasn't gone anywhere. It's like, I don't understand why we can't have a conversation. Like, it's really not that hard.
so go have a conversation with Terry then.
No, because he has the issue with me. That's my point. If you have an issue, come speak
Okay.
to me. I don't
Yeah.
have an issue with him.
No,
I'd go
because you
boost with him
told
right
me you
now.
told me he disrespected you.
Yeah, he did
That's
disrespect
an issue
me,
in its
and
own,
that's
no?
why I matched his energy. But I'm not arsed. I'm over it already. I was over it 2 days ago after the conversation ended.
Mm-hmm. But you understand why people don't like talking to you about their problems in the gang, right?
Why?
And this isn't me trying to belittle you or anything. everyone and their mom views you as a child.
Okay. Then if that's how it is, it's how it is.
And that's one thing I want to help you change.
I,
From me talking to Patar to Matt, not to I see this or that, you know?
we're
Because I
going in
know you don't like
circles.
being treated like a child. I know.
I feel like
But I think one thing that will go a long way for you is having mutual respect.
at the end of the day, you're taking it like I don't choose when I can when I can't respect other gangs. Like
Oh no, no,
when
I'm
this
not
whole
saying about
corn
other
thing
gangs.
popped off, yeah, I was the where we almost went to war with HOA. I diffused that whole situation. I've diffused bare situations with other gangs before, but
I don't
not
care about
every
you
time I
respecting
have
other
to
gangs,
diffuse
man.
it.
I'm talking about within our own gang.
But
I don't
this
feel
whole
respected by
issue,
you half the time.
this whole issue is over me not respecting another gang. That's what this
No,
whole conversation's about.
no, it's the straw that broke the camel's back, Matt. It's I constantly see it. I constantly see it. I constantly see it. It's with me. It's this. It's that. It's this. It's
It's
that.
not
It's this.
with you
It's that.
then, though, because like you know, I have been trying my hardest. I make a conscious effort to make sure I don't disrespect you.
How about the other people in the gang?
Give me examples.
When you pulled the gun on James Malding.
When?
When you guys were SBSing with Hydra.
Okay, that was SBS with Hydra.
Okay,
It's
but that's the
like,
thing
bro,
is just because you
it's
did
humor.
SBS.
Like, bro,
No,
we're
that's the
acting like
thing.
we
It
don't pull
doesn't
guns on
matter.
each other all day, every day.
When's the last time I pulled a gun on you?
Bro, you're acting like you've never pulled
No,
a gun
tell
and
me when
joking. I can't give you examples, but you're telling me you've never pointed a gun towards your own gang as humor.
I did. I shot Dean when he shot
Exactly.
Winston. But you held him up. You didn't just.
I
You
didn't
didn't
hold
just
him up. It
hold it
was
as humor.
it was humor. Like, bro, if I actually thought they were gonna do anything for a second, I'd have been shooting bullets towards Hydra. Like, it wasn't serious.
Hmm. Okay.
Like, it's so like, bro, this is what exactly what I mean. Like, James didn't make that a big issue because he knows like it wasn't serious. If he thought that was serious for a second, he would have done what he's been doing for the past 3 weeks and go and snitch into teacher whenever he can, bro.
That's the thing is James didn't make an issue because you guys squashed it there and then.
And he knew it
He
wasn't
said it was
serious.
squashed.
He knew it wasn't serious.
I
That's
don't
why.
think he didn't know.
He very
Nah,
much
I
knew it
don't think
wasn't
so.
serious.
I don't think so.
Were you there, Patar?
No, I wasn't.
Well, I can promise you, if you were there, you would have understood it wasn't serious.
No, I don't think he took it as it wasn't serious.
Yeah, because...
I think he said it was squashed so that you don't get in trouble.
Okay, if that's how he wants to push it,
No,
he
he's
can
not
push it that
okay.
way.
I mean, do you want to call him here now?
This is what I
Because
mean,
that
Patar. We're
situation's
just
squashed,
going
but
back
it's
and
not-
forth. Like, I don't want to go back and forth with you. I feel like, even though it's not me being disrespectful, I think you take it in a bad way. And like, I don't know what you want me to do in this situation. Like, do you want me to just say yes and bow down to you everything I say?
No, it's not bowing down to you. But Matt, you understand? I don't know if you realize it or not, but your behavior is very manipulative. You're like, oh well, I've never done wrong. I don't make mistakes. And it's
That's
you.
not true.
It's
I
your
justify.
no,
I tell
Matt,
you when I made a mistake.
Let me finish. It's you have the problem with me. It's you. You're in the wrong. You have the problem with me. You have this. Oh, well, it's not my fault you feel that way, and I'm sorry if I make you feel that way. Like that behavior in itself
I don't
is
understand
just
what he's
very
just said.
manipulative behavior. Because you're not grasping what I even told you. It's like, oh well, Patar, that's your fault. That's your fault. It's that way. That's it. Like, I'm sorry if I make you feel that way, but it's your fault you feel that way. You know? I'm gonna leave it at this. And this is gonna be the end of the conversation. I'm not talking about the seaside shit. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about that. I don't want to see any more infighting within this gang. And if there is infighting, I'm gonna tell the other boys this too. So don't just think it's just you. I don't want to deal with it. You deal with it with yourselves, and if it's brought up to me, I'll deal with it properly. And one thing I want to see from you, Matt, is just you working on respect. Not, oh, I'm making a conscious effort about it and letting it brew or like just go by for a couple of months. No, actually make a change
Would you do
and
me
man
a
up.
favor? If
Yeah.
someone comes to you with a problem about me, before you hear out the problem and listen to everything, the first thing, would you do me the pleasure or whatever, yeah, and ask them, have they spoken to me? Have they sat down and had a conversation with me? If the answer's no, tell them to go do that. And then if there's still an issue after that conversation where we've sat down and talked it out, then deal with it and give me whatever lecture you want to do, give me whatever punishment. But just get them
That's
to
the
have a
thing is
conversation with me. Like, it's something that we don't do.
yeah, and I can tell them to go talk to you. But the thing is, Matt, you view these conversations as lectures where you don't listen to 90% of it because you're like, oh, I'm being lectured. I'm
So
being lectured. I'm being lectured.
like, why don't you think I've listened to any of it?
Because I've had this conversation, many conversations very similar to this months ago with you about respect.
But the thing is, like, where have I been disrespectful within the gang in any of this conversation?
I'm not talking about this direct conversation.
No, but we've gone from me being disrespectful to other gangs to you telling me you don't care if I'm disrespectful to other gangs to you telling me I'm disrespecting the gang. But I haven't been disrespectful for the gang. Full stop.
It's your ego in that, in the sense of respect. It's when it comes to the boys, you have that ego. When it comes to even chit chatting to me, like even there by the car,
Frost7 just
prime example,
resubscribed for
you gave me
14
a very
months.
condescending, snarky meh. You know?
Have you ever maybe thought you say, oh, I get treated by a gang, like a kid by the whole gang. I get treated by like a kid. Maybe I want to stick up for myself for once. Have you ever considered
There's
that?
ways of doing it.
Maybe I don't know how to go about it because I'm a kid, aren't I? I'm a kid. Like, maybe I want to stick up for myself.
You aren't the kid, Matt. You're 20 years old.
But
you're a grown ass
it's
adult.
whenever it's convenient. Oh, you're a kid, Matt. The whole gang
No,
thinks
you
you're a kid.
act like a kid.
But
you act like
okay,
a kid.
if I act like a kid, maybe I want to stick up for myself.
Okay, but sticking up for yourself isn't oh well, I don't want to be in the wrong. It isn't, oh, I'm looking like I'm looking like the person that's taking the L in this conversation. I need to make sure I switch that. It isn't that. It's about growing up, learning values of respect,
Nora's been invited to a Rust
these
event,
simple values
and there's a
where
chance
you
I
can
might get to
communicate
play.
without
Fingers
being like,
crossed,
oh
fingers
shit, I'm
crossed.
in the wrong. I need to make myself look better. So I'm gonna do this to make myself look better in that conversation. And if those are values you want to learn, it will happen with time. It won't happen over the day. But
I
it's
wasn't
you
listening.
need to make
This
sure
whoopsies.
you're not fighting to always not be wrong.
I
you
admit
know?
when I'm wrong when I know I'm wrong, but most of the time, yeah, there's logic behind my actions. And sometimes I make irrational like actions, but like, bro, you know what I mean?
Okay, and if you need help with that, let me know. If you want to start standing up for yourself, let me know. But also, respect takes you a long way in life. It's not always about, oh, I was look. Sometimes, Matt.
Do you want me to be honest, Patar? And I don't want to
Yeah.
go back and forth
Yeah,
over,
yeah, yeah.
over
Be
this.
honest. Be honest.
I don't want to go back and forth over this
No, be
point.
honest.
Yeah, let me. Like, I don't want to go back and forth over this point. I feel like I'm treated differently to the rest of the gang. I feel
You and
like if
Keen were-
I feel like if I did exactly the same thing, said exactly the same words as Sparky, the way you would react to me would be completely different.
Because you, for example, look at Ved, right? Ved had the book thing, right?
Okay.
He made a mistake with the book thing. But Ved doesn't always get himself into situations like that. Where with Ved, I can actually talk to him and he'll listen. With you, Matt, I'm gonna be honest. 99% of the time, I don't think you listen.
But that's you deciding I don't listen. I've been sat in this conversation going back and forth with you. Just because I don't go, yeah, Patar, you're right. I'm completely in the
No.
wrong. Like, I'm here and I can have my own opinion. Just because my opinions don't always align with you doesn't mean I don't listen. Like, my opinion doesn't have to align with you ever. As long as I do what you ask me to do, even if my opinion's completely against it, there shouldn't be an issue.
No, it's Matt. That's the thing is you constantly view it as, oh, we're going back and forth. We're having a constructive conversation, Matt.
But it comes across like it seems like you take it as disrespect.
No.
Like, every single conversation we have is like, oh yeah, it's your last straw for disrespect. But I don't think you can even tell me last time I was disrespectful.
I'll make a list for you like I was gonna make for Dean. I'll get that list ready for you and I'll bring it to you tomorrow.
Sounds good. If that's what you like, we need to do is. At the end of the day, Patar, like, I'm not trying to. I don't want to argue with you. I hate these back and forths. It's just, you gotta understand, not always our opinions need to align. As long as I'm doing what you want me to do, yeah, when you tell me as a second in command, I'll do it. But, like, you gotta understand we won't always agree.
No, and we won't always agree. We won't always agree, and that's the thing is, I was having a conversation with you about you wanting to change everything, and you said you want to stop looking, you want to be walked over, you want to stop this, you want to stop that, you want to stand up for yourself, and I'm telling you, do it in a respectful way, because it's not always about, oh, well, I look like I took the L in the situation, you know, and from an outside, that's how it always looks with you. Where it's like you're always fighting to make sure you don't look like you're the one that's taking the L. Whether it's with the boys, whether it's with this, whether it's that. And that's just me being open and honest with you. I'm not talking to you as a second in command. I'm talking to you as Patar to Matt. 90% of this conversation has been a buddy-buddy conversation. It's not second in command to what's it called. But that's the thing. At the end of the day, we're a family. But my thing is if you want to grow, if you want to make that change and make that conscious effort, you need to not have that mindset of, well, I like, because it comes across as egotistical. It comes across as I'm better than this person. So it's more of like actually putting your pride aside and making sure you solve your problems instead of letting them grow. And if you say, you know, that's the relationship you have with Terry, and you know, you and Terry go way back, and if you know Terry that way, I respect your decision, and I'll listen to you, and I'll be like, okay, well, you know Terry the best, boom. But this is what we've been telling you from a gang perspective, and I just want you to remember, you know, we are in this together. That's all, because we are gonna back you if anything goes south.
That's the thing. At the end of the day, we all just gotta remember, we're in it together. What I saw last night, bro, all the boys, like, we could have all got charged with serious things. I'm surprised how like we got caught with weed boxes, we got caught shooting with EMS on scene. Like, some of the boys have been violated with charges, but everyone backed it to the end.
They're in jail for terrorism.
It's the EMS charge. It's not terrorism. It's something like a lesser charge of that though. But they shot with EMS on scene. But it's good. Like, at the end of the day, we've got each other's backs and we're in it together.
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna always agree, and I think we should understand that, you know. As long as people
100%.
are following your orders when you make them, that's what's important to me, and that's what I'm trying to work on. Like you say, you should be working on yourself. Something I'm currently working on is to just make sure if you tell me something as a second in command, I'm doing it, you know.
So as your second in command, I don't want you pussyfooting over it. When you do have that conversation with Terry, you don't have to apologize. Just make sure to be open and listen from both sides, and, you know, don't go into it with the mindset of, oh, well, you're making me look like a pussy.
No,
at the end of the day,
the way I'm
going to
go into that conversation is it was a joke. Shouldn't have made the joke. I understand why it's annoyed you. And that's it. It's a joke. Like, it wasn't intended to make you angry, but it be what it be. You know, like, I ain't going to apologize for a joke you've taken poorly.
One tip I'll give you is the way you speak and the way you phrase some shit sometimes comes across like, oh well, not my fault. You're a pussy. You're this. You're that. You're this. You're that. You're this. You're that. You're this. You're that. So like you talking to someone being like, not my fault. You couldn't take a joke. It was like, nah, like so just just
I'm sorry
be
you took the
focused
joke
on.
badly.
No, you don't have to say sorry. Just be like, because that the way you like, I don't know. Maybe it's coming from you. The way things come from you, it comes across so condescending.
Yeah, I know. And that, yeah, that's something I'm bad at.
Because maybe that's something I haven't like. Because the thing is, half the time when you talk to me, I take it as very disrespectful and very condescending.
It's
And
never
maybe
meant
that's
like
just how
that.
you
That's
are.
just how I speak.
Yeah.
That's the key.